welcome back to another Thursday live stream. I'm so sorry we are a few minutes behind. We are trying to set up something absolutely new today, which is going to be a Skype call with a couple of our puppy owners, and so it was our first time doing all of this. We had a struggle for a second, but we are up and running, I believe, and so I just wanted to say hello before I hop onto the other screen and give you guys just a few things. Of course, our normal housekeeping. We are going to switch gears. I'm going to go behind the camera onto the computer so that way you guys can see me and both of our puppy owners. One of them is Tom, and he has Simon. And then the other family is Jen and her family, and they have Jet. And so we wanted to take some time to go over some of the things that they experienced, some of the concerns they had with buying a puppy on the internet and never meeting us before. And then also, of course, I want to talk to all of you guys about making sure that if you aren't getting a puppy from us, that you don't get scammed and that you do your research before you actually send money to somebody. And so we are going to work on that in just a second. If you guys are new here, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button, but also type in new into the comments because we want to welcome you guys and thank you for joining us. Every week we are here from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Keeping Up with the Klee Kai show, and we will always take questions, but right now we are going to focus on meeting the other families, and then we will take some questions later on. So if you can do me a favor, save your questions for now so that way we don't have to hunt back for them in a little bit. And once we're ready for questions, we will let you guys know so that you can start typing in those comments. If you guys are new, you may not know that in order to ask questions, you need to put 3 question marks before and after your questions so that we do not miss you. Sometimes we get a lot of comments in the thread and we can easily miss you if you guys don't put the question mark. So please do me a favor and do that. We also have something new that we've only done for a few weeks now, and that is Super Chat and Super Stickers, which has been a lot of fun. It's amazing to see all of those amazing stickers that you guys send, and any of those proceeds get to come back to us. We actually spend that money on buying the puppies new toys and new bones, and of course we share that on the live stream. We also have a brand new koozie that we are going to give away, and I'll show you that when I get onto the other side so you can see it up close and personal. And then of course we will have Siggy and her puppies here in just a minute. In fact, Lex, you want to pan over on them? That way they could at least see the puppies real fast. They're right here next to me. They're all sleeping away, and Siggy's getting a well-deserved break from these little guys. They are always full of life now, 3 weeks old, and they are all over the place, so we will get up close and personal with them here in a little while as well. So for now, we are going to get right into our topic today and introduce you to these families and their puppies, and then we will take some questions here shortly. So Alexis, if you want to just pan over on the puppies, I'm going to run over there and then we will meet the families.
Sounds good.
Okay.
It's been a day already.
It has been a day.
I need to take my things back.
All right. So. All right. Look at that.
I can move you over.
Okay. So I hope that everybody can see everybody. Alexis is gonna mess around with the screens real fast. But we have Jen and her family and Jet in the middle there. And then we have Tom and Simon over on the, well, it's my right, so I'm guessing it's your left. And we are going to jump right in here. First things first, I wanted to just let everybody know that Tom is all the way in Texas, and he got Simon from us back in 2018. He was born in March of 2018, so he's almost 2.5 years old. His parents, just so you guys know, are Autumn and Hunter. And then he's pretty small. Tom, I believe he's, what, 11 pounds? Yeah, I think he's muted, but we told him to stay muted until we say, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure he's 11 pounds. So he's a pretty small guy. And then Jen has the famous, he's got several names. He was Jasper, then he was Rupert, and now he's Jet. And that's because, of course, he has his name from the litter. And then my son named him Rupert because he looks just like and acts just like his mom, which is Rue. But of course, he's a boy, so he had to be a Rupert. And then the family named him Jet. And they actually live in Northern California. And so they got to drive out here to pick up their puppy. So we're going to start with Tom. Tom, I wanted to start with you just because you got your puppy a while ago. You actually had to have your puppy shipped to us or to you, and that process was probably a little scary. You didn't know us, you never got to meet us, and so we wanted to hear a little bit about your experience with that whole process, like getting a puppy from a breeder out of state, all of that concern that you had, and what you think you maybe would like to share with other people. And so I'm going to let you take the floor at this point.
Well, thank you, Desiree. It's a privilege to be here. I think it's definitely a daunting experience to have someone that you can't deal with real close by, but I want everybody to be comfortable with Desiree. We had a wonderful relationship, and we couldn't be happier with our little man here. We did not have him shipped. We flew out to get him. So that was an experience in itself, taking him on the airplane and bringing him home. But we would just like the opportunity to share with everybody else that is interested that you need to do your due diligence and research and investigate, because in today's world, there's so many people that want to take advantage of you. And especially in today's times with COVID-19, people want to try and take your money. That's what I hope Jan and I can offer you, is some comfort in knowing that Desiree is a real person. She has a real business, and she offers a quality product that our family members, it's not just dogs we're dealing with here, they're family members. We love them like our kids. They love us as their parents, and it's a bond that no one can take from us. Some of the qualities that I think everyone can expect that Desiree has covered in a lot of her videos, that they are very, very attention needed. They love attention. They love to be cuddled. As you can see, he just loves to sit with his dad. Simone goes everywhere with me in the truck. Loves to walk outside. He loves to be around people. He loves kids. He loves other animals. We have cats in the house. They sleep together. They play together. He's just a wonderful addition to our family, and we can't put words on what he means to us and the love that he's brought us in just 2 years. And we can't thank Desiree enough for opening up this new world of Alaskan Klee Kai to us.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. It's awesome. Now that once you said that you flew out, I remember now we actually met you. I think it was like at a gas station or a restaurant or something, and met you that way you didn't have so far. But thank you for sharing your experience, and especially just dealing with, like you said, COVID and people just wanting to scam, and a lot of people trying to get a puppy now at any cost. And sometimes we get a little impatient, and with that, we actually make decisions that aren't necessarily the smartest decisions, but because we want something so badly and we want it now, that we decide, this person has a puppy now, I'm just going to jump in and get this dog, and they end up getting scammed. And if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. And so you guys should all be aware of what the cost is for an Alaskan Klee Kai. And if you find somebody who has a puppy that's $800, $1,000 less, even $1,500 less, trust me, it is not a legitimate breeder, and it's most likely a scam, and they're going to take your money, and you're never getting that puppy. So that's one of the things we just want to make sure everybody's aware of, because it's not only in our breed, it's in all breeds right now. Everybody's trying to get a puppy and they all want one now. And guess what? Nobody has puppies. Like, Tom, when you guys got on our waiting list, you did not wait very long at all before you guys got your puppy. And I talk about that, you know, he's a red and white, and back a few years ago, the reds were a lot rarer, and a lot of people didn't know like what color they were, if that was something they were interested in or not. And so it was a lot easier for you to get a red puppy. And now and now the complete opposite has happened. Like, now all of a sudden everybody wants a red puppy, but you didn't have to wait long, which was you're really fortunate, because now, unfortunately, at least for us, and I can't talk for other breeders, but for us the wait is like 18 months. Like, wow. No kidding, 18 months to get a puppy from us. And that's only if you get on the list like relatively soon, because it keeps changing so much. And I take part of the responsibility is obviously with COVID and a lot of people wanting to get a puppy just to be home and help with their family, you know, cope with all of this and have something to do and exercise. But a lot of it is also just because of everything we're doing with the YouTube, and we're becoming more known, and the breed is becoming more known because, you know, Bill Belichick has one, and more people are starting to learn about the breed, which means more and more people are wanting a Klee Kai, and we still have really small litters, so 1 to 6 puppies in a litter, and yeah, it's going to take some time. But I just wanted to say thank you, and I appreciate you taking the time here. I want to jump over to Jen here for a minute and just see what she has to add to that. Of course, her situation is very, very different, because Tom, you got on the list, got a puppy rather quickly. Jen, you did not. So if you can mute your mic for a minute, and then we'll have Jen open up hers and introduce the kids real fast, and we see that handsome little jet. But if you can just dive in here and explain like how long it took you from start to finish when you got on the list, if you have anything you want to share as far as like what research you did to make sure that you were finding a real person, a legitimate breeder, or all of that. If you can share some of that, I would appreciate it.
Sure. So we are loving owners of Jet. This is Justin. We're the J family. So this is Justin, Jason, Jillian, and Jen. Our search for the right breeder, the right puppy, was over a year long. I found Kika and Desiree on the AKK certified breeder list. So that was where we first found her. But what really drew me to Kika and Desiree is that the message from her Instagram, YouTube, her website, it really pulls through the foundation that we wanted to have in a puppy, where the puppy was socialized with a loving family, with kids especially, Justin being 11 and Jillian being 8. And we also wanted to know that, you know, the breeder offered an environment similar to what we were going to be able to offer our puppy afterwards also, right? So people of various ages, ethnicities, a home, a yard, etc. And then as I learned more and more about Kikas and watched all the training videos, watched the live streams of the puppy, it just came through that, you know, this is the right breeder for us. These are the right puppies with the right temperament, the look, everything. Everything just came together. Our wait time, once we signed the contract for the deposit, was, at that time, Desiree was anticipating 1 to 6 months. We were on the list 9 months from the time we signed to when we picked up Jet. Part of that was Justin here, who was being very particular about what kind of puppy he wanted, you know, the color, the eye color, the gender, etc. And as you mentioned, you know, being patient for the right puppy and not getting, you know, frustrated and moving to a different breeder, things like that. I think what really hooked us to was being able to have access to you and your community online, and seeing all of the different things that you're doing with your puppy, setting expectations appropriately, etc., and communicating back to Justin that, look, we have to be patient. This is the right, you know, the right place for us. We'll get the right puppy for us. And we can't be happier with Jet.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like, you know, the patience is the hardest part, and that's what we try to make sure everybody's aware of. Like, you have to be patient because this is a commitment for years and years to come, right? It's not like it just, oh, instantly I want a puppy and you're going to get it now, especially in this breed. And so it really takes a lot of patience. And a lot of times you guys get your hearts broken because you want this certain puppy. And we hear every sob story in the book of, but this or that, or my kids fell in love. And it's like, you know, unfortunately, like I have to be fair to everybody on the list. And so I'm not going to jump somebody because you have a sob story or, you know, I understand I have kids too, but guess what? You can't always get what you want right now. Like it's teaching the kids something too that's very important about patience and waiting for the right one. And Justin, I'm proud of you for saying, no, I have a very specific color, a very specific look that you wanted, and being patient, because a lot of kids, they're not going to be that patient. They just want that puppy right now. So I'm proud of you for making that decision. And let's be real, you got an awesome little guy. That's awesome. And Tom, do you have any insight, like how did you feel whenever you had to send a deposit, like from somebody being all the way in Texas out here? Like, were you a little concerned? Like, were you comfortable because of where you found us, or what's your take on that?
To be honest, I was very hesitant. My wife and I, we wanted a puppy, but we didn't want to lose any money either.
Yeah.
And we didn't know you from whoever. But what sold us was the constant communication. But what really put it over the top is I found some previous buyers from you on Facebook and Twitter and talked to them in person on the telephone to find out their experience. And that's what sold us on it. And I think that's what Jen and I at least would love to do. If people have questions, doubts, we're here for them because we were in their shoes years ago or months ago. And we know how difficult it is to spend money on anything nowadays.
Yeah.
And we just want people to feel comfortable. And if we can help do that, we'd be happy to.
Wonderful. Thank you. And then Jen, I know that you actually have a neighbor who has an Alaskan Klee Kai. Is that how you actually heard about the breed?
Actually, Justin found the breed. So a little bit of a backstory. Jet came to him as a incentive to get straight A's on his report card. But the contingency was it had to be a smaller dog. It had to be family friendly, etc. So Justin did the research to find the type and the breed of dog that he wanted. And then it so happened that our neighbor ended up getting a Klee Kai as well. And that just solidified it even more in terms of the size and being friendly, etc. That's how we came to the breed.
Got it.
But we can tell, I mean, Jet, just having him even 3 weeks, I know that, you know, the foundation that you set for him there at Kika's is so great that we just want to make sure that we build upon that. Having him social, having great temperament. Like you said, he is just like his mama Rue, in that he's what Tom mentioned. They're very needy, wants to be with you all the time. So going into it knowing that that's the type of dog that you're going to have is something that I would tell people to really be honest and aware about when they're thinking about getting a Klee Kai.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Because, you know, sometimes people want a pet, but they want it to be outside, or they don't want it up in their business or all up in their face. And this breed is not your dog if that's not what you want, because they want to be in your face. They want to give you kisses. They want to be on your lap. They want to be with you all of the time. And sometimes it can be a little annoying when you need a break or want a break, but at the same time, like, they are companions and they're bred to be companions. So you got to think about, what is it that you're wanting? This isn't a working breed. They are a companion. That means, yes, they want to be with you all of the time. And so we try to make sure everybody understands what they're getting when they get an Alaskan Klee Kai, whether it's from us or from any breeder, because they should be the same. They're companions, so they should be the same temperament as far as that goes. So it's important to make sure everybody knows. And so I'm glad you guys you knew that and that's what you wanted, and hopefully little Jet and Simone, I called him Simon, I didn't realize it was Simone, are exactly what you guys hoped for in that, and that you both were prepared. So if you guys don't mind, I just want to let everybody know that I'm going to open it up for questions. If you guys do have a question for Jen or the kids or Tom, then please put 3 question marks before you type in your question, and we will jump over and answer a few questions for you guys if you have any for them. Again, remember 3 question marks first. And as always, any super chats or super stickers do jump the list. So if you guys have anything that you wanted to add and you do send a super sticker, super chat, then we will jump to you first. Carolyn, the first one. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Carolyn's asking Tom, if you were to do it again, would you fly out again, ship, or drive?
I would do it the same way flying. It was somewhat daunting, but it was very exciting and a very special moment for bonding. I get emotional because when we picked him up, he just was in my wife's hand. He fit in the palm of his hand. He was so small, and she carried him around in his purse, in her purse to the hotel and through the airport, and he just had his little head out the purse as we went through the airport. But he was just, it's a special bonding moment that they need and we needed, and that's why we felt that flying to get him made it more comfortable for him and gave us more time together.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. So next is Catherine, and she's asking, she says, I'm in Northern California too. I haven't decided on driving or flying when it is my time. Can you tell me your experience driving with Jet back home?
It was actually very easy. Desiree, I exchanged a number of emails with her in advance to say, okay, our drive is going to be anywhere between 7 and 8 hours with stops. What can we expect? So again, in that, so helpful in that we came prepared. Our expectations were set well. We picked him up. We got to meet Rue, which was a special moment for the whole family also. But we picked him up at 9 o'clock in the morning, and we made it home in almost 7 hours tops, with 2 stops for potty breaks for him. But he slept the majority of the time in his crate in the car, whined a little bit, but other than that, it was so easy. And yeah, I expected that we would have more stops than we did, but we stopped, put him in the back of the truck, he pottied on the pee pad, and then right back on our way.
That's awesome. Okay, and the next one is also from Catherine, and it's for Tom. She says, how was Simone on the flight? Did he cry or did he sleep most of the way?
He slept most of the way in my wife's lap, just like a little baby on her chest, and I don't think he woke up. We had to change airports once, and he might have woke up at the airport, but then he went right back to sleep and was very calm. But we had a night with him in a hotel prior to the flight, so he had a little time to get used to us and the circumstances, and I think that helped.
Yeah.
He loves to sleep on the plane.
And so you said that he was on your wife's lap or chest. Did the airlines let you keep him out of his carry-on bag?
Yes. As long as he's quiet and he didn't bark or sound a peep all the way, and so they were happy to have him out there.
Yeah, that's perfect. I know we've traveled with dogs, and you never know. Sometimes the stewardess are like, yes, and then sometimes you get so many people like swarming you that it's like, okay, you got to put the puppy away.
And it's helped him, I think, from that initial flight, because he goes everywhere with her on flights and doesn't have a problem at all. He loves to fly.
That's awesome. Okay, so the next one is for Tom. And this is from Nikki. She says, did you have any issues with resource guarding with your cats?
Resource guarding, is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what she's saying.
We brought him home, and the minute he came home, we had one cat when he came home, and they bonded from that moment. And then like 2 weeks later, we got another cat, and they have just been friends since. They play together, sleep together, give each other baths. It's actually unbelievable because I thought they wouldn't get along that great, but they're a great family.
Mm-hmm. It's funny how they just take to cats instantly. They just think it's just another one of them. Okay, so the next is from Dana, and she says, is this breed pretty friendly with a cat in the house? So pretty much the same question, but Tom, I'll let you.
Yeah, friendly it might be an understatement. They just treat them as a brother and sister, as a sibling. They just, like you said, they think they're one of their own, and they look for each other. We've kind of broke the golden rule that you teach to crate animals, but from the day we brought him home, he slept on the bed, and so do the cats. So they all sleep with us every night, and it's one big happy family.
Great. Now they're all going to be listening to Tom and not me. Jen, don't do it. I mean, of course, what works for one person doesn't work for another, and you just never know. And so we just give our best opinion, but not always the right one. And it is, different for every family. So I'm glad it worked for you, but for us, it just, especially we have kids. Jen, you have kids. So anytime you have little kids and you're trying to let them just sleep with the kids at a young age, it's just a disaster.
Yeah, I can see that being a whole different ball of problems, I guess, where it's just my wife and I, it makes it a lot simpler.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, next is from Tanya. She says, this is for Jen. Did you keep Jet in a crate, or was he free to go in the back seat or something?
So we kept him, we tried having him in Justin's lap for maybe the first 5 minutes, the first maybe 2 stoplights from Desiree's home. But he was all over the place, climbing all over Justin, and we're like, oh, this is probably not the best idea. So before we got back onto the freeway from your house, Desiree, so 5 minutes or so, wow, we put him in the crate. He settled down after 10 minutes and then slept for 4 hours straight till our first stop. And to the previous point that you were making, Desiree, we followed your instructions from your live streams and your YouTube recommendation to crate him as soon as we got home that first night. And it's been a blessing in disguise because he's already sleeping through the night now, but with the kids starting the distance learning next week, having him being able to be by himself for a little bit while I'm, working from home and the kids are on their distance learning Zoom lessons also, I think it's going to be a blessing in disguise that we followed your lead on that and to get him alone a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Especially because, that's another topic I like to discuss, because a lot of us, we think, oh, now's the perfect time to have a new puppy because we're home and we have all the time in the world. But what we don't realize is that we are causing possible separation anxiety or behavioral issues, because there's going to come a time when we are going to need to leave again and our puppy won't be used to that. And so they're going to be freaked out because for 6, 8, 12 weeks, they've been with somebody all of the time. And that's why we try to make sure everybody knows just because we're home doesn't mean the puppy doesn't get alone time. So it's good that you did that, and you will appreciate it because, like you said, you're going to need to do schooling and things with the kids, and you can't have the puppy all up in their lap. Okay, so the next one is from Braden. He says, Desiree, it's truly a special moment when you find the right breeder for you, but what is your experience the other way around with someone who is considering getting one of your puppies? But what is your experience the other way around with someone who is considering getting one of your puppies? I'm not sure what he means. Do you know what he means?
Yeah, so a lot of people think that, once you find the breeder for you, like Jen was saying, how you're the breeder for her because you raise your puppies with kids and everything else. What is it the other way around whenever you're considering somebody getting a puppy from you, I guess? So, do you look into everything that they look into you, I guess, would be
as far as Googling your names and doing crazy research on you? I mean, for the most part, I don't go crazy Googling everybody and checking things out. A lot of it is red flags with the communication on your questionnaire or emails and how people respond. I can be kind of picky. I don't have to sell a puppy to you, and I don't care if I keep puppies, you know, so it's not like I'm hurting to just get rid of puppies. So I can be a little picky, but for the most part, I mean, I can't tell you guys all my secrets, right? Then you guys will know how to answer me. Of course, there's red flags, you know, and for me, the most important thing is just making sure that you know what you're getting into, and that you guys are going to be a good fit for an Alaskan Klee Kai is probably just the most important for us. So yeah.
That's cute.
That is cute. Okay. Let's see. Next is Catherine. What size is Simone? And your boy is beautiful. Tom, that's you.
Simone is a toy, and that was one of the major priorities when we were looking for Alaska Klee Kai is size. We wanted something small, and our research showed us, you know, they had different sizes, and so when we reached out to Desiree, we specifically wanted a toy and blue eyes. Those were the two basic things, that requirements that my wife certainly was not going to give on at all. But the toy, certainly there's no guarantees, but Desiree is very good at knowing and judging and classifying them for you, and that helps. Like I said, he only weighs 11 pounds, and people think he's still a puppy, and he's full grown now, and he's not going to grow anymore.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you. It's, you know, we do our best to try to give you guys the closest that we can gauge, but of course there's always times where they throw us for a loophole and we don't really know where that came from. But for the most part, I mean, we've been doing this a long time, so we hope that we are pretty accurate. Okay, shame on you, Jack and Aaron. Jack and Aaron just said that Ziggy is a bed sleeper. She does great. But of course, they don't have little kids either. So that's like Tom, or they, you know, it's different whenever you don't have kids and you don't have to worry about the kids not getting the puppy out to go potty and that thing. And then it's harder to potty train a dog once you have allowed them to potty all over the place, because the kids forget to get the puppy out. So a little different, but all right. Do we have any other questions?
Nope, we're good for now.
Oh, we're awesome. So I think what I'm going to do then is, if we don't have any more questions, I'm going to give you guys 5 more minutes if you have any other questions. And if you don't, then we will, we'll let them go, and then I could hop on to, we'll hop on to the other camera. But while we're waiting to see if anybody has any questions, we have, oh, I should have got a soda can or a beer can. Look at this really cool koozie. So hopefully you guys can now see that. Now that is Kika, Keanu, Nala, and Diamond. So we're going to send one of these off to somebody here in a little bit. And of course, Alexis will pick who that is, and she's got her own way of picking.
I don't know what our requirements are this week.
I don't know. What should the requirements be, Jen and Tom? Put them on the spot.
Obviously, a requirement should be someone that is on the waiting list.
All right.
Yeah. I kind of agree.
That's a good one.
I think so, too. Yeah, it's a koozie. So, all right, well, we're going to give a few more minutes. I'm going to say, Jen, how is Jet? Oh, we do have 2 questions. Okay. How is Jet doing with training? Would you say he's pretty smart, stubborn?
Both.
That sounds right.
Again, to your warning, he's very smart. He's very stubborn, but he's learned. We've already gotten him to leave it, sit down. Jillian has taught him circle, and he's now in his crate all night long. So it's only been 3 weeks, but he's come a long way already.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Tom, what about you? Like, did you feel like he was a quick learner and pretty easy to train?
I wouldn't say easy to train. You have to be strict, but they're very, very intuitive and very intelligent. Simone's biggest problem is his mom is a little more loving and lets him get away with things. So
Yeah, and that was another thing we always try to touch on is that you can't be too soft. Like if you're a softie, they are going to walk all over you because they are intelligent and they learn rather quickly that, oh, I can manipulate my mom or my dad real quick. So that's so true. All right, we're going to jump on a few questions then.
We kind of did this one already, but go ahead.
How was potty training when they sleep with you? That's for Tom.
we take him outside before we go to bed, and he wakes us up in the morning approximately 7.5 hours, 8 hours later to go outside. So he's been excellent with that.
But when you first got him, was it the same?
No, that was a different story. Getting to train him as they get older, they learn. And they just need to get into a routine, and it's our job, the owner's job, to help them understand the routine. And like both Jen and I have said, they pick up very quickly.
Yeah. Okay. Another one for you, Tom. Let's see. Who did the picture of Simone? Oh, wait. Oh, who did? So who did the picture of Simone? It's gorgeous.
I'm a photographer. I do pet photography and wildlife photography, so I did that.
All right. Anything else? Oh, one more. Would you recommend puppy backpacks? This is for Desiree, Jen, and Tom. I'll let you go, Tom.
Puppy backpacks. You mean to carry them?
Yes.
When he was small, my wife had one of those where he was in the front on her chest when we walked around the parks, and it worked very, very well. But now, obviously, he just walks alongside of us.
Yeah. Jen, do you have any insight on that?
We hadn't planned to use a puppy backpack because we want him to be active with us more than anything. So ideally, he'd end up running with me or hiking with us. So we haven't really talked much about puppy backpack for him.
Mm-hmm. The only thing I would add is that if you are trying to get your puppy out into the real world, socializing, like I try to stress to everybody right away, so they're kind of young, then it's not a bad idea to have some type of carry backpack slash little satchel thing, so that way the puppy is not on the ground, but yet they're still experiencing life as we know it. And so that's really going to help with socializing and getting your puppy out there and not be afraid of certain things without having to put them down. So it's definitely good whenever it comes to that. When it comes to just because, I would say no, because they are a dog and you want them to act like a dog and not want to be carried all of the time. And you can't really teach a dog how to behave on a leash and behave when other people walk by when you're always carrying them. So it is good for some situations, but not long term. That would be my thought. I'd put it up. Oh, you got it the wrong color. Alexa's trying to add something. So, there you go. All right. So we see, hey, Matthew's on here. Let's see. He says, how do you get to be on the video? Oh my gosh. So Matthew Brooks has, what is it? Sansa. From us. And it's about the same time as you, Jen, I want to say. And so Matthew, I guess we could always do this again. I just felt like it would be good for everybody to hear a couple things, but mostly because Tom had mentioned this some time ago, and then we recently got a request from somebody on our list asking if we had any idea of thoughts on doing this, and so that's why we jumped in and did it. And of course we picked Jen because this amazing water, I can't even see if you guys could see that, but look, I can't even see. Our water jug came from them, and they got to actually meet Rue, even though we have this whole pandemic going on. They asked, Justin was asking if there was any way he could meet Rue, and so we took Rue out front. So I instantly thought of them just because they have kids, they have a new puppy, they had a long drive, and we wanted them to be able to experience all of that. But if we do this again, Matthew, I'll keep you in mind and hit you up. Are we good on questions?
Sorry, now
See. Do you guys have anything to add?
I think I would just add that, again, just if anyone wants our phone number, just reach out to us. If they want to talk, if they want to trade emails, we're more than happy to help put your mind at ease about a very, very important purchase in your life.
Yeah, we second that. We love Jet. We loved our experience with Desiree and Kika's. We have kept the live stream as part of our Thursday family ritual because we love the community that you've built. We love your puppies, and we like to be able to see, Rue and see how Jet's developing and how similar he is to that. So, we're a huge fan. We're a huge supporter. Yeah, anything we can do to help and be available to your community, we're here.
Awesome. Thank you both. I appreciate it. I see another question. Could Klee Kais be service dogs? Yes, absolutely. They can be service dogs. We know of a few dogs that came from us that have been service dogs or therapy dogs. In fact, I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with, there's a relatively new show on Showtime. It's a reality show, but it's called Couples Therapy. It's on Showtime. The lady that is on there, her co-star is her Klee Kai, who came from us. So that's a pretty cool situation. So if you guys are on Showtime, go check out Couples Therapy. That Klee Kai came from us. Okay. I think we're good, huh? So everyone is saying thank you. I don't know if you guys probably can't see all the comments. You guys can always hop onto the live after this, or stay on if you want to stay on to the Skype. It's totally up to you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and switch gears and move over to the other camera, let everybody see Siggy's puppies. And then also I wanted to just go into detail about things to be aware of so that you aren't scammed if you guys are actually looking to getting a puppy somewhere else off the internet, maybe not even a Klee Kai, but wanted to give everybody some pointers on that. And then also like things that you guys should be asking you breeder that you're looking to get a puppy from, that kind of thing. So I am going to switch gears and head over there. I thank you both so very much for joining me and the live stream today and answering all of their questions and sharing your experiences. And I can't wait to see how Mr. Jet turns out. And thank you, Tom, for sharing Simone. He's a handsome little guy.
Bye, thank you.
Bye. Okay, so we're just going to switch gears and I'll go over there. Mm-hmm. All right.
On this one, okay.
All right, look at that. Well, what do you guys think? That was kind of fun. I actually enjoyed being on the other side and being able to talk without a million puppies climbing all over me. So that worked out really well. That's why we don't have all the puppies in here, because it is just too loud if we do that. But I have Siggy's puppies in here, and I am gonna just let them out here for a minute while I talk to all of you guys about some of those things that I hit on a minute ago. That way you guys can start to see them moving around, and they are all getting personalities. They're very active for 3 weeks old. And so I just want to let them out, and then I'll sit down on the ground here and play with them and talk to you guys. So give me a second while I let them all out. And then Alexis is working on that koozie. What did you guys think of that koozie? Is that cool or what? And if you guys don't know, we have been making masks. And do I need to pull this back, hon?
Well, I have it on the puppies.
Oh, but I'm going to bring them over here.
Okay.
So that way I could sit and talk, and that way they're all right here, because they're going to all start to wake up.
Yep.
But we have been making some masks, and that has been a lot of fun, learning how to do this, and we've gotten some orders. We did get them onto our website. However, not all of them are on there. But they are on there if you guys are interested in some of those masks. We can actually even customize the masks to any picture that you guys want. Of course, it just has to be a quality picture. And I know you guys are all gonna go potty on here, huh? I know it.
I have a quick question for you.
Sure.
Do you know what sizes you think they will be, or is it still too early?
Oh, too early. Honestly, I haven't weighed them. We usually weigh on Friday, so I haven't even weighed them. Come here, babies. But I do know that there is one really small one. The little black one is pretty small, the little black girl. You guys are all gonna pee on this pad. So we'll just let them explore, and maybe they'll play a little bit. I think they're gonna wake up. Can I see them good?
Yeah.
So Siggy's puppies, we did the DNA and sent that off. I did get an email back letting me know that they've received everybody's DNA. So hopefully we will get results on that in the next couple of weeks, because they told me hopefully within 2 weeks, which would be amazing. So for those of you who don't know, guess what? We bred Siggy to 2 males intentionally, and we are waiting to see who the father is of them. It could be Simba, or it could be Stebbins, or it could be both. So we will see. So I'll keep you guys updated on all of that. Of course, when we get the results, we will do it live on our weekly show, of course. So we will update you guys once we get all of that information. But I wanted to just talk to you guys. Where are you going? Where are you going? I wanted to talk to you guys about buying a puppy off of the internet. And of course, I sell puppies on the internet. So I understand that there's tons of people out there selling puppies, whether it's a Klee Kai you're looking for or any other breed. I think it's really, really important for you guys to realize that now more than ever, there are so many people out there trying to scam you for your money. And just recently, we actually received a message from another breeder letting us know that somebody in Canada was scammed out of $1,000. And they were scammed with our pictures of our puppies and me and Ethan. And Ethan was like 4 years old at the time. And so they went through our old Facebook or Instagram, I'm not even sure, and they snagged some pictures and even a video clip and sent it by text message, pretending that they had a puppy available for $1,000. And it's really a sad situation. This lady drove for like 6 hours through Canada to pick up a puppy, and there was no puppy. And so I want to make sure everybody's aware, like, if it is too good to be true, it is. If the price is way less than any other breeder, it's going to be a scam, or it's going to be a mixed dog. It's not going to be what it is that you're looking for. And so make sure you guys are aware of that. A couple of things you can do to ensure that whoever you're dealing with, whether it be a Klee Kai or not, that they are legitimate, is to make sure that, for one, they have a website, that they have a phone number that you can actually call and talk to, and not just by text messaging. A lot of scammers, if not all scammers, they don't do phone calls. It's all by text messaging. They usually don't have a website. They usually will have it posted on Craigslist or on Facebook or on some type of social media, but they don't actually have a community and they steal people's images. And so you want to make sure anybody that you're dealing with, you can go and do some research and make sure that they are a real person and a real breeder. And so you can reach out to other breeders, you can reach out to a breed club, you can go onto Facebook and find out if they have a Facebook, and if they only have one picture and if they don't have any friends, it is a scam. So make sure that you guys pay attention to all of that. This puppy is funny. She's over here chewing on the pole. So that's one thing you guys should do, is make sure all of that stuff lines up. Of course, with the Klee Kai, there is a community, there's several community Facebook groups that you can go on to make sure that the person that you are talking to is a real person. You can always ask me, you can ask any other breeder that's on the Alaskan Klee Kai Association of America, and you can go to UKC's website and see who the breeders are that are listed there. A couple of things though with that is not everybody pays to be a member of some of these groups, and so it doesn't mean that they're a bad breeder or that they're not even that they aren't a valid breeder, because again, we don't all pay for all of that stuff. So I wouldn't say if they're not on that list that they're not legitimate, but you still want to just do your research. If you have an idea of somebody and they are on the list, it's just going to confirm that they truly are. Thank you, Sandy, that they are legitimate breeders. But those are a few things. And then when it comes to talking to breeders and things to ask, you know, you want to be able to see how the puppies live. So now you know that they are a real breeder, let's say. You want to be able to ask them, you know, for pictures or video of their home, if they can Skype with you, if they can FaceTime with you, so that you can see them live in action, because a lot of times people nowadays are stealing pictures and stealing videos. And so sure, they're going to send you a video, but it might not even be their video. And so if they can do something like that, if they aren't doing YouTube videos and if they don't have a following, then you can always ask them to do that for you. The other thing is that you can ask, or you should ask them for pictures of the parents, because now I am one that do not put all of my dog's pictures all over the internet. However, anytime we offer puppies, anytime we do a new photo album of puppies, we do put a couple pictures of the parents. And so we don't blast our website with all of that stuff. And so that's okay. Not every breeder does that. But you should be able to at least see pictures of those parent dogs. They should look like the breed that you're looking for, that type of thing. Alexis, I know I'm rambling, but if you have a question, you can just interrupt me, okay?
I have a few questions actually.
Okay.
I am going to interrupt you with Sandy's, because she did do a super chat with her question, so that gets moved to the front.
Okay.
Any new pregnancies or litters coming up anytime soon?
Oh, Sandy, yes. So, of course, Dakota's due very soon, hopefully around the 20th. And then we believe that Aggie is pregnant. She feels pregnant. We are hoping to do an ultrasound tomorrow. One of the families that is on our waiting list, the wife is actually an OB doctor. And she has offered to help me try to learn our ultrasound machine. So hopefully she's up to it tomorrow. That's the plan. And we're going to do an ultrasound on Aggie and see if she actually conceived. So that's what we know for sure as of now.
Okay.
I'm going to wrangle in puppies.
The next question was, which puppy is the biggest and which puppy is the smallest?
The biggest is the firstborn. I'm going to grab him because he's over here sleeping. Is the firstborn gray boy. This guy right here. And the smallest is between her.
That one's a boy.
Oh no, him.
That one's a girl.
I know, I'm looking. And her. She's the smallest. This little tiny black one's the smallest. But he's right behind her. And then we got one over there. He's exploring, or she's exploring. So it's still kind of early though. They're only 3 weeks old. So we don't really gauge yet. But since we want to talk about size, we'll stop the show for a second and show you one thing that we notice that helps us decide like what size we think the puppies are going to be.
What are you doing over here?
Okay, I'll grab her or him, whoever she is. I'm going to show you guys noses. So not their muzzle, but their actual nose, okay? So when we look at the size of puppies, did you get stuck over here? I'm going to show you the difference. Let's see if I can get this thing to focus. Hopefully I can. Did it focus, Lex?
Nope, back up. Yep.
Okay, so if you look at their actual nose, the little black noses, and this tiny little black girl, look at how itty bitty her nose is compared to the gray one's nose. So that's one thing for you to be able to see. Hopefully, can they see that pretty good? Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's perfect.
So look at how different their nose sizes are. So that's one of the things that we were able to notice right away is that, wow, look at how little the little black puppy's nose is versus the gray one. And of course, they're going to grow proportionately when it comes to that stuff. So part of it is like their paws, right? And then the size of their head, their nose, their muzzle, all of that. But I really just ignore all of that until they're about 4 weeks old. Okay.
Okay, next question is, do you know of any scammers in the AKK community we could tell our friends to keep an eye out for?
You know, the problem is they change names constantly. So it'll be somebody on Facebook. The person in Canada who got scammed, it was through Facebook. So this is what the scammers do, guys. They go and they stalk the Facebook groups. So if there's like available Klee Kai page, right? There's an available Alaskan Klee Kai page. If you go onto that and you post asking if anybody has puppies available or you're looking for a puppy, these scammers will instant message you. And they'll say, I have a puppy available. Or I have 3 puppies available. This particular person said they had 3 puppies available. I know. They're scammers, huh? Yeah, they're scammers. Yeah, I know.
Mom, that puppy just went between the crates.
What are you doing over there?
I just watched him crawl all the way over.
Now you're stuck over there. Oh, he's backing up. He says, I'm gonna see. Hi, handsome. Hi. This is Alexis's favorite.
Brady.
I just called you all 3 people. Alexis loves this little boy. He has personality to die for already. Huh. Okay, so that's one of the ways they scam you. So pay attention to that stuff. Do you have another question or can I keep?
Oh, no, I got plenty of questions.
All right, let's go.
Can you do a close-up of the puppies again?
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that in a second. Go ahead to your next one.
My next one is, you said that Siggy usually gives a lot of puppies. What about Dakota?
Oh, so Dakota's last litter was 2, but the litter before that was 5. And the litter before that, when she had 5, it was with Zeus, and this was with Zeus. Fingers crossed. We didn't ultrasound her. Too much going on. So it's kind of fun to just wait and see. We'll see what happens.
We have a super chat from Dana, and it has a question, so we're going to skip ahead to her.
Okay.
When will you know their eye color?
Oh, we know their eye color. So normally it's 4 weeks before I'll say for sure what color they have. However, these puppies, right when their eyes were opening, I could tell instantly how blue they were. So usually I say 3.5 weeks before the film is completely gone. But these guys, like their eyes were so bright blue very, very quickly. So 4 puppies are double blue-eyed. 1 puppy is the only one I'm not positive. He definitely has 1 blue eye and 1 is either party or it's going to turn brown. And so the party eye is always what is the trickiest and will take me the longest to identify because it's still somewhat dark on the outside and then on the inside it's still pretty blue.
Okay, and then
Look, you're going over there. Come here.
what is the biggest and the smallest dogs you've seen in your program?
As far as produced,
No, I think she means it's. I think she
she's
means.
saying seen, so she's seen, meaning that we produced in our program.
Well, she
because-
said dogs, so I'm thinking that you had in your program.
Who is that? Who's asking?
Tanya.
Tanya, can you just confirm, is it in our breeding program or that we've produced? And then we'll come right back to her.
Or both.
Or both.
When you were hang on. When are you looking to put those puppies on the offer list?
Well, if I'm being honest, I kind of have my eyes on one of them. So 4.5 weeks. I'm not sure, but minimum is 4 weeks. So probably another week and a half, somewhere around there.
Well, she hasn't said anything yet.
Okay. I know they all want to see puppies, so I'll come up there. Oh, in our program, yeah, and the ones you've produced. So
both.
yeah. So in our program, the smallest is gonna be Nala. Nala is the smallest we've ever kept, and she is 11 pounds. She'll fill out a little bit more. So she is 11 pounds and a year and 2 months. So I would say by the time she's 18 months, I'll know for sure. But right now, that's what she is. And then she's just the smallest down, the largest?
Yeah.
And then the largest in our breeding program is going to be Siggy. She's not that tall, but she's long and she's thick. She's a little bit bigger than Diamond as far as height goes. I haven't measured her for some time. I keep looking over here because that's where my little chart is and I'm trying to visualize where she falls. I want to say she's around 16 and a half inches, but she weighs like 24 pounds.
Yeah.
So she's a big girl. And then outside of our breeding program, but that we've produced, the smallest, it's hard to say because if owners don't share what the adult weight is and the adult height, then I don't really know. So all I can share is what people have told me. And I would say the smallest is like 9 pounds. And then the largest is 18 inches. Which of course is oversized. So if you guys aren't familiar, there's toy, miniature, standard, but there's also oversized, which means they are bigger than they are supposed to be. And so we'll get that throwback once in a while. I do know of 2 for sure that hit 18 inches or so, and they're like 30, 35 pounds, pretty big. But that doesn't happen very often. Okay.
You want to get close?
Yeah, I'm gonna get close, but I do need somebody to be over here. Is Gavin right there?
Chase is also right here.
Oh, Chase, can somebody come right here to click on the camera to keep it focused when I bring them up close?
Right here. No, right here.
Come through by Alexis.
Who's there?
All right, we got. When I put the puppies right here, you can tap on this. If you just tap on the puppy, so that way it will focus on them. Can you see them? Just one time. Don't whack it hard because the whole camera shakes. No?
Yep, perfect.
Okay. Okay, so this is 2 boys. So we have a black boy, which is Alexis's favorite. And by the way, he is the one that has either a party or a brown eye. Right now it's Party, but I don't know if it'll stay Party. And then the gray is the firstborn and the largest gray. And yeah, you can see his eyes, huh? Okay, so that's 2 of the boys. And then I'm going to hold this boy and get the other boy because the other one's also gray. Okay, Chase, do this again for me, please. And then these are the 2 gray boys.
Perfect.
And so both of these puppies are double blue-eyed. What are you doing? And he's the darker one. So this little guy, you might as well stay where you're at.
That's actually perfect. You're fine.
Okay, so this is the little gray boy that resembles Rue a lot. And he looks really dark on that TV screen, but I don't know what he looks like on the camera. But he has a lot of cream buff colors. Look at how this, and look at his back. Pretty cool the way he's really tan and then a super dark line. So that is the boys. And then with the girls, we got itty bitty. We have 2 black girls and 1 gray girl. So we'll do the 2 grays first.
Want to back up just a little bit? Tap low on the screen, Chase. Low.
Low.
Back up towards you, and then, yep, right there is perfect. And then, no, it reads.
And keep looking at me.
Yeah, it wants to focus on you. Oh, there, right there. All right, don't touch.
Okay, so we've got the tiny one is, of course I'm going to move. I want you to look at their muzzles, okay? So this is the small one. And I know I moved. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so look at the size of their muzzles and their nose. I don't know if you could see that or not. But those are the grays, the blacks. And I saw somebody's message come over saying, which one do you have your eyes on?
Hey, you're going to wait because guess what? We have more questions.
Okay, I know, but okay. I was told I have to wait. We'll leave you guys all in suspense. And then this is the, can you tap again, Chase?
No, you're good.
I am?
Yep.
The focus? It's nice whenever my head's up high and it doesn't focus on that. So this is the last girl. The last girl, she's also gray, and she is also very similar to the boy that I was telling you looks like Rue. And remember we had talked about them, like they, one of them was a lot darker.
Back up a little bit.
And they, I'm losing my train of thought. One of them was a lot darker, and you guys were wondering how they were going to turn out. And so I'm going to flip this, but this is the girl, this is the boy.
Back up again. You keep getting closer, and then it like.
That's because of my head too. The girl has her tongue out. Do you still have your tongue out? Yeah, barely. So if you guys remember, their heads were very, very different before. I know, I'm looking to see who's who in my hand. But they're changing already a lot. So this is the boy, and he has more browns in his head than she has. And when you look at the sides, though, we talked about that before, it's almost identical. Like, it's very, very similar, and the backs too. So very, very similar. The only thing that's really different is the backs of their necks and their head. One has more gray and one has more tans. So that's the babies. All right.
Okay. Are Klee Kai great swimmers?
Well, when you say great, do you mean like that they know how to swim? They know how to swim. I should get my chair. But they have a mind of their own. So sometimes they enjoy swimming and jumping in on their own, and sometimes they don't. So So it just depends on how much you actually get them out in the water and to places that they can get in on their own and teach them at a young age. Then they usually will like it, but not always. But they do know how to swim. Like most dogs should automatically know how to swim. If you have a pool, by the way, you want to make sure that you teach your puppy how to get out of a pool. So yes, they can swim, but they need to know how to get out of the pool so that if they were to fall in, they wouldn't be trapped. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sitting these babies close so I can sit in my chair.
Now we can get you to which one are you thinking of keeping?
You told me I had to wait.
Well, now it's time.
I don't know that I'm going to, but I definitely have my eye on a girl. And of course, we really love Rue's look because it is different than what we see in most Klee Kai. So of course, my eyes are always drawn to her look, which is this one, I think. Hi. No, not you. They look almost identical. When you can only see one of them, you can't tell who's who. It's when they're together I can tell. But this little girl, I like her a lot. They all have really great coats. They have great little personalities already. And so we'll see. But that's who I like. And for no other reason than because of the coloring that she has. So she doesn't have anything else that shines more than the other puppies right now. But I just like that color, and she has to be a girl. So.
Did you breed or own any other dogs than Klee Kai?
Yes, only wolf hybrids, and that was before I had kids. So it was several years ago. And then, of course, when Brayden and Alexis entered into this world, we still had them, but we got rid of them shortly after and decided to move over to a smaller breed.
Nikki asked, why so cute though? So you're considering the small girl?
Well, the small girl is the black girl. So, no. The gray girl. Oh my gosh. You're nursing on your sister's ear. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. They're just being dumb.
Okay.
I'm trying to find more treats to give to my Klee Kai. Which do you recommend? Are bully sticks okay?
We give bully sticks. Of course, you'll hear different stories on bully sticks, and you got to be careful on the brand of bully sticks because some of them will give dogs upset stomach, and some of them have bad stuff in them. But we do give bully sticks. We do encourage you to keep an eye on your dog if they do have a bully stick, because when they get small, they can try to eat the whole thing and choke, so it could be a choking hazard. But we do give bully sticks. We don't give a lot of treats. We would much rather fill our different treat things with kibble or with fresh. You can do chicken or turkey, carrots, any fruits, but we don't give a lot of treats because they're all processed and this breed is so small. So if you fill them up with treats, then you're just going to teach your dog that they don't have to eat their meal and that they should just wait for the treats. Okay.
And then I have picked a winner.
Well, let's hear it. Alexis picked a winner.
For the koozie that is right here that I'm going to try and toss to you.
Can you also give me the new shirt and the...
Oh, yeah.
I was supposed to put my shirt on and I got distracted with the live stream.
The technical difficulties.
Yeah, the technical difficulties. And I forgot to put my shirt on. But I want to show you guys. So we have... Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
No, that looks perfect.
Is that cool or what? So this is Kika, Diamond, Nala, and and Keanu. And of course, Kika has her angel wings and her halo. And so that is what's on the koozie. And so we are going to mail this to who?
Oh, the koozie is going to Sean Vadam.
All right, Sean. I hope you're a beer drinker. So we'll get that off to you in the mail tomorrow, because yeah, tomorrow's Friday. So we'll get this off to you tomorrow, and we have more of these. If you guys are interested, we haven't even come up with a price on these. I don't know, like $4. I think $4 is probably fair. But on the front, it has our little new design, and then of course on the back, it has Kika's Klee Kai. So if you guys want one of these, let me know. If you weren't on earlier and you guys are interested in a mask, can you give me some of those new ones we made? The gray, but we made some masks. And we also mailed off some masks. So if any of you guys are on here that got your masks already, let us know. And then, Lex, you have questions?
I see it, never mind.
What?
Catherine said, oh, we lost audio. And then she said, oops, never mind, I accidentally hit no volume. So I called her, and she said, no, we're good. I was like,
well, thank you for looking out for us.
okay, we're good. Thanks, though.
Thank God it wasn't us this time.
And we've had this problem before.
Yes. Okay, so Dana, I saw your message, and I'm just going to jump in because I know Alexis was dealing with something. We are selling shirts.
Oh,
we
yes.
have so much stuff that we're working on. So we have shirts that we are going to get on the website very, very, very soon. It's just been a process. But we are selling shirts. We are selling the masks. We do have koozies. And so once we get everything up, of course, I'll let you know. But we don't have to wait. If you guys are interested in a shirt, a sweatshirt, a koozie, or a mask, then you can just email me. And that's what we've been doing with a few people that have asked for masks. We just went ahead and mailed them off before we get them on the website. So we are using up these masks, but we also have the new design that we talked about, which is a lot bigger. We're having some problems with the new mask because you can't print on it flat because it's two-sided and it has this little convex or 3D shape to it. And so it's become a little challenging when we're trying to print something like this. Because you have one design that you can't just split down the middle and you're trying to match it up. But we're working on that. But in the meantime, we have plenty of this type of mask. And so we made a few different ones because I know you guys already saw this last week, which was just the crew, right, that we originally did our shirts with. And then the black and white with the tongue out. And these are all packaged so they can go on the ground because it's not going to matter. We did a gray puppy. And we did... What are you guys laughing at over there?
You know, my shirt that we made earlier.
Shh. Alexis.
Look.
These kids, I tell you. You do. Yeah, Alexis's boyfriend, just so you all know, I hope everybody hears this. Alexis's boyfriend is wearing Alexis's shirt that she made, and it's super tight on him, and that's where they're cracking up over there. So are you going to come model it? Come on. Why are you shaking your head no?
You have to.
Okay, so that's what we made. That's what we have right now. So that was it on the masks. If you don't have it, I know I'm getting distracted. If you don't have any questions, I'm going to keep going. But
We have some questions.
okay.
Let me go back up here because I know we had some.
What do you thought? Oh, I'm
my
sorry.
goodness.
I'm sorry. Okay.
What is your most trained dog? And is there a limit much they can remember to be trained?
There's not a limit, I would say. They will retain as much as you teach them and keep working with them on. And of course, keep rewarding and asking for it. So if you teach it to them a few times and they get it, but then you don't keep asking them to do that, then they may forget it. But there's not a limit. And then as far as the most trained, who do you think the most trained is?
Nala.
Yeah, I was going to say Nala. Probably Nala. It would have been, in the past, it would have been Kika for sure. But now it's Nala. Yeah. A lot of our dogs, they're pretty smart. They pick up really quickly. But it's about the owner not being consistent or not having the time.
We have a super chat from Jordan, and he has a question. So we're going to skip down to his, and he said, will you be making vinyl stickers for hydro flasks?
We have stickers, yes. It'll all be on the website. So we have stickers. We have a lot of fun things that we are working on. And so yes, thank you, Jordan, for the super sticker.
Super chat.
Thank you for that.
With stickers, just so you know, with stickers you can't do messages.
Oh, I wouldn't see it. Okay.
Next question we have is, I love the design. Who designed it, Catherine?
So the newest design was actually been in the works from the beginning. So when we started doing the live stream with the longer version, maybe a few weeks ago, we already were wanting those 4 dogs in it because those pictures were the best angle. And we ordered it off of a company website where they design, honestly, it's out of the country. It's called Fiverr. And so you can reach out to a bunch of different contracted design people and give them your idea of what you're looking for, and then they'll create that vision. And so that's what we did. So it literally was, they took our pictures, they took our idea of Kika with wings and a halo, and I have a funny story about the halo in a second. And we told them we wanted some type of something around them, and that way we could put it on shirts and other products. And so it literally was, the first mock-up was sketched. The guy sketched everything and then filled it with all of the color. But he is out of the country, and so there is some communication issues with, obviously, language barriers and not really understanding what we're asking for. And so I said, I wanted to make sure that Kika had a halo. And so we get our first, me and Alexis get our first draft of the design, and it says, in color. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, in color, right? And it says on the top of Kika's head, hello. And we were like, what? So we said, no, it needs to be a halo. So he sends it again, and it says, halo. Anyways, I had to send him an image and explain what it was, but that's where we got it done. It took us almost a month, and we're very, very happy with it. So it's exciting. Okay.
Okay, we have a whole bunch of questions. When you feed your puppies veggies or fresh chicken, turkey, do you experience issues with them getting picky and not wanting to eat their kibble anymore?
If you do too much, for sure, it should only be like special treats or small amounts inside a Kong, inside something in like the lick mat, but not very much. It's not like you're giving them a whole lot of anything. It's very, very little. If you are doing training with your puppy and you can't get them to get motivated or focused with your kibble anymore, then we would recommend moving over to little tiny slivers of chicken. And I'm talking tiny. It's literally like they taste it on your fingertip. That's it. So it's not a whole lot. If it's like veggies and things, they're not going to stop eating their food over veggies. It's kind of like Why isn't what called Keeping Up with the Klee Kai?
I think the Instagram, or not the Instagram, the live.
Because it's so long. I can't fit it all into the thing. It should be. It is Keeping Up with the Klee Kai. But if I say that on if you're talking about the live stream, if I say all of that, I can't add anything else because I can only add so many characters. Like, it's just too long. This was one of my things when I was talking to the kids about the name. Right, Alexis?
Yeah.
What did I say? It's too long. It's too long. It's too long.
We told her to abbreviate, and she said
no.
No.
But it is Keeping Up with the Klee Kai. For those of you who don't know, I need to remember whenever we go live to say, welcome back to another episode of. I just forget. But yeah, it is Keeping Up with the Klee Kai.
Now we're at everybody wanting to see Gavin in the shirt.
I know, right?
There was like 5 different people. Let me think. Let's see it, bro. Please. LOL, right? We demand satisfaction. Show us. Let's see it, Gavin. Let's see it.
Okay, question. She's losing focus.
You need to do a red shirt. It wasn't really a question. It was
a red color.
I don't know. You need to do a red one.
Okay. I need to clarify on that. Just so you guys know, for what we do in-house, it has to be a certain material. So we can print on koozies, we can print on shirts and sweatshirts and leggings and all kinds of cool stuff, but it has to be a certain material and it can't be a dark color. So anything that we want in a dark color, we have to outsource.
Could you make car decals?
No, I don't think so.
That would be cool though.
That would be cool, but I was told I need to stay focused on a few things at a time because this is my brain. We could do all of this, and then I'm all over the place.
And then she tells me that we have too much to do and that we don't have enough time in the day or the week or the month. And guess whose fault it is?
Mine. Okay, question.
When and why did Kika pass away?
Oh, so she passed away in May of 2018, and we actually had to make that decision for her. She started to really deteriorate and just didn't have any quality of life. She was completely deaf. She was practically blind. She had no desire to come out of her crate, no desire to go potty, no desire to eat, no desire whatsoever. And so it just was time. Like, she would go outside and couldn't get up. So that's why.
Do the masks have the metal nose band?
The ones that I just showed you that are flat do not have the metal nose band. But Alexis, can you get me the sample?
The white one?
Of the other one, or is the printed one over there?
The printed one
It's in my car. No, it's in my purse.
Of this one?
Yeah.
You sent it out.
No, it's in my purse.
Oh.
Can you get the one out of my purse so they could actually see it? So I personally like this design better because you can breathe. You don't feel like the flat ones really are just kind of tight. And this, I think it's right over, my purse is over there or in the office. These also come with this little band that goes on the ends, and so you can adjust it. And so I don't want to put this one on because this one's not mine, and if I put it on, then I won't be able to use it. So I wanted to show you mine, but hopefully they can find it. But do you see that? Lex, does that look good?
Yeah.
So you can see that it's concave. They call it 3D, and so it literally goes
Or cone shaped.
Cone shaped. So it goes over, and it doesn't feel like you can't talk or can't breathe. Thanks, bud. And so this is mine. I will model it for you guys. And honestly, it was my husband and I's anniversary, and so we were gone, and I had to wear this. I had to wear this even while I was getting a massage, and it was so comfortable. So, let me show you. Ta-da! So, I don't feel, of course I can't talk, but I don't feel like it's pushing, you know, my nose close and I can't breathe or I can't talk. So I personally felt like this felt really, really comfortable. Alexis is smaller framed and she has a thin face and she loves the flat ones.
And I have glasses, and they don't fog up with my glasses.
She wears glasses and they don't fog up. So I don't know if you guys experienced that, where you wear all of these masks and it literally fogs up your glasses because as you're breathing, it goes right into your glasses. So some of those things obviously make a big difference. It just depends on your size of your head, what your guys' preferences are. So this doesn't actually bend into your nose, but it doesn't need it because the way that it's shaped, it fits so comfortably, in my opinion.
Sandy sent us a super chat with a question.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't really a question, it was a statement.
Okay.
She said, we need a shirt, in quotes, part of Kika's Klee Kai family. It would be cute.
Yeah, that is cute. That is a great idea. That's easy too.
Okay.
We can add any words we want to them, so that's easy.
Back to the questions. Are the masks washable?
Yes, they are washable and the insides are cotton. So they're very comfortable and easy to breathe through, which is amazing.
I'm sorry if it has already been asked, but I barely joined. Are there any future litters possibly gonna have red puppies?
Dakota could have red puppies, and she's the next one to have puppies. And then Aggie is red, and so she would be, if she is pregnant, which hopefully we'll confirm tomorrow. But if she is pregnant, yes, there is a chance that she could have reds. The father is, if she is pregnant, is actually from a family who got a puppy from us, and we worked out a deal to keep him intact. So he's actually never been bred before besides this time, so everything is new to us. But he could have the red gene, so there's a chance we could get reds.
Okay. Another one. I think you might have answered this in a past video, but where did you get your paintings?
Amazon. I got them on Amazon.
Did Marsha and Mallow get sent home to their new families?
No, not yet. Tomorrow. But in order for us to be able to answer questions and do the interview and that type of thing, I just said no older dogs.
A red mask would be cool.
We are working on that. It's funny because we take hundreds and hundreds of pictures all of the time, but whenever you're making a mask and you need a certain design and it needs to fit a certain way, the dog has to be facing the right direction. It can't be up, it can't be down. It has to be perfect. So even though I have tons of pictures of reds, I don't have that perfect picture to where I can make a mask with a red. So I told Alexis we got to get working on some pictures. So don't worry, we got you. Hi, babies.
Also, can we get a model of the shirt? I want to make sure I get the right size for my boyfriend. Oh, well.
Get over here, Gavin. It's a crop shirt for guys.
Do your shirts come in other colors?
So one of the problems that we have, if we make them in-house, is they cannot be done on dark colored shirts. However, the shirts that we are partnering with a company to do them so that we don't have to do everything in-house, Yes, they will have tons of colors, tons of different sizes and designs, or not really designs, but styles. So V-neck versus crop versus slouch versus men's, kids, and sweatshirts. Yes. If you,
I think we did this one.
okay.
I think we talked about this. When will you do the next ultrasound?
Tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow. That's the plan. With or without our friendly doctor.
I've seen some people dye their puppy's fur temporarily. Is that good for them? Would you need a special dye?
The only reason I would say it is safe is if you use Kool-Aid. And I know because we've done it. We dyed, when we had Luna before we decided to place her because she was too small, we dyed the inside of her ear, both of her ears, the insides, we dyed them with red Kool-Aid. The puppies are played. So that's the only way I would say to do it.
Oh, you aren't keeping one from the Marsh and Mellow litter?
No. No. Because they were born and then I decided, oh my gosh. Thank you for the super sticker.
How many current reds do you have in your breeding program?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5. What time is it?
7:39.
Okay, couple of things. I know I still need to circle back to my other
Wait,
stuff.
hang on.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I think I missed it, but were the 3D masks for sale too, or just the flat ones?
Yes. So these are, and we did have some, we just made this one, and I haven't had time to get pictures up on the website, but if you guys go on the website, you'll see the flat ones are already on there. These are not yet, they're the same price, but they're not on yet because we just finally figured out how to do this. So this is how they come. And we have to make them to go on one side and then the other side, where the flat ones are really easy because it's one picture, flat, easy. This has been challenging. So we were able to figure out the tongue, but we haven't tried our logo design because of this middle. We have to test it. So that's why it's not on there, but you can email me for sure. If it's a tongue one, easy. Any color, we can do it. Even if it's just a picture that you want, as long as we can split it, it's easy. But our logo, we're working on that. Oh, you're smashing them. Okay.
Okay, next. Well, thank you for the sticker, Ellie. And then she also commented and said, hiking, but I'll catch your show on the replay.
Thank you. I guess I see Jeremy's on here asking about his puppy's ears. No, they're not floppy anymore.
I have 2 questions.
Okay.
3 questions.
Okay.
What food do you recommend for Klee Kai with a sensitive stomach?
A lot of people with dogs that have sensitive stomach, they actually do freshly cooked chicken and rice. Blah. That's not something that I would recommend that you guys get into if you don't have to, because that's a lot of work and a lot of dedication every day. But some people have to. I am very fortunate that I don't have any dogs that are like that, so I don't have to worry about it. But I can just go off of what other people do, and they cook.
Have Lightning and Lilo gone to their forever homes yet?
Tomorrow.
We did talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Jeremy asking, are Mello's ears still floppy?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so a couple of things. I have some news, and I'm going to share that with you in a second. But before I do, I would like to ask all of you to do me a favor, give us a thumbs up if you haven't already, because of course YouTube likes to see that you guys are enjoying our show, and that if you do like us, then YouTube is going to push us out to other people so that more people can find out about the breed and find out about us. So do me a favor, take a second and hit that thumbs up. If you're new to our channel, hit the subscribe button. And the news that I have is that we have a litter of puppies that we haven't announced. We haven't even talked about them. And there's 2 puppies, and I haven't said anything because, for one, the female doesn't live here, and she is here now because she had puppies, but we bred her to Keanu, and we didn't think that she took, and she had 2 puppies, and one of them is a red boy, which he is off limits. He is staying here to replace Keanu as long as he is of quality. And the other one is a little gray girl. And so they already have their eyes open. It's been a few weeks. We just got them here at our house. And so I want to share them with you guys real quickly. But that is the latest news. So sorry for keeping my little secret, but I'll get them for you real quick and just show you. She is... but they're a little over, I think they're right at 2 weeks, or I can't remember, I didn't look on my calendar, but they're right around 2 weeks old. Again, there's a red boy and a gray girl, and let me get them for you just real quick so you can see them. And then while I am talking about them and showing you, I will continue to go over any other topics on scams and questions to ask, that type of thing. All right, let me take this. Maybe.
All right, ready.
You might have to focus me. Okay, so we have,
It's actually good right now.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, where are you going, little man? Okay, so for those of you that are familiar, it is cold right here, with Keanu, this is exactly what he looked like as a puppy. I'm talking identical. Same exact color and same exact mask. So we are so excited to see how he develops and if he can join our breeding program. So we're super, super excited about that and thankful that Mr. Keanu did the deed. And I'm going to stick him over there because he's all over the place. And then the little girl is...
Back up.
I know, she's got to stay. It gets really chilly right here because the vent is above us, and so they don't like coming over here. Stay, Mama.
Put your face up.
Hold on, let me hold her differently. She says no.
Pull her back a little bit.
Well, look at her. She says, I'm going that way.
They're in focus, but she's like all over the place, so now it's unfocused and now it's refocused. It's going all over the place.
She's staying still though.
I know, but now it's not focused. There.
So that's the little girl. And of course, she will be offered to the list here. And then he will not. Unless, hopefully not, but unless he doesn't end up with testicles, or if he has a bite issue, or if he walks funny. But those are the new babies. So I just thought we would share a little surprise with you now that we got them here and share our excitement. And then if you, yeah, she's all over the place, Catherine. She's a squirmy little butt.
We have some questions.
Okay.
Tanya asked, have you ever accidentally had any of your females get pregnant?
No.
All on purpose.
Yeah, no accidents here. I'm very careful. And very, very, very careful with my boys. So, no. I mean, even Nala, I didn't breed her because even though I could have, she was well over a year, but I didn't feel that she was ready. So that was part of my problem with not letting any boys near her, which drove us all crazy.
You said in other chats that you have a lot of litters in the summer. How many litters do you typically have in the fall/winter?
So usually what we have in the summer is repeated in the winter. Maybe not identical as far as which dogs, but usually it's the same in the winter and in the summer. And so they're our busiest times of year. But the times have changed. You know, one of our close breeder friends got out of breeding. We got all of her dogs back. So we've added dogs into the mix. And so we have more litters now than we have in a very long time. And now not everybody is on the same schedule. So it may change by next year, but as of now, summer and winter, bless you, summer and winter are busy times. You guys are crazy. You're all over the place.
Right now, that's it.
Okay, cool. Then
We have 10 minutes.
10 minutes. So I want to try to finish up on the whole topic of things to ask and follow up on. And if you guys have any questions, of course, jump in and let me know. But we already touched on making sure that you have a way to communicate with that person outside of like an instant message or outside of a text message. If they send you pictures via the internet, I actually even think you can save the picture. But if they send you a picture, you can right-click on that picture and tell it to search the internet for it and see if that picture pops up anywhere else, which I did not know. And somebody's stinky. You better not be pooping on me. And so you can do that and make sure that the puppy or the picture is not somebody else's picture. And so that's another important thing. Again, make sure that you don't, you gotta stay over here, Missy, that you don't communicate only by text message. Questions that you can ask besides, you know, checking on the parents, seeing if they have any references, making sure that they have a Facebook page that is legit and not brand new. If you, what else? If you don't know, let's just say you're getting a Klee Kai. It doesn't have to come from me, guys. Like, I'm here for all of you guys, regardless if you're on our list or not on our list. But if you're talking to somebody and you don't even know if they're a legitimate breeder, you can always ask me, and I'll tell you if I know them or if I don't, where you can go to look. I don't talk badly about other breeders, so if you ask opinions, I'm not going to share all that. You have to do your own research, but I'll definitely tell you if they are a known breeder of the Klee Kai.
Really quick.
Hey, honey, can you put them back? Because they're cold over here. They're too little. Yes?
You may have said this already, but how many litters are you expecting in August and September?
Oh, I don't know yet. It's the only thing I know for sure is that Dakota is due in August. If Aggie conceived, she would be due in September. Right now, that's all I know. And so it'll just be a waiting game. We did breed a few dogs, but I don't know anything yet. So usually we can tell when they're about 4 to 5 weeks along. So we gotta wait that time. Honey, can you get me a wet paper towel or just a damp one? A pee on my hand. Yeah, I think that's it. Anything that you guys know or want to share, like with the community, maybe that you guys have experienced, please feel free to share that on the chat, because sometimes I don't think of some things that you guys may have experienced, especially since I don't really go onto those groups very often. I just don't have the time, and so I don't see all of the stuff that you guys might see or might come across. One thing I do want to say while you guys are typing any of that. I have been getting a lot of requests to join our Facebook group that is for our owners. And so I don't accept anybody onto that until you guys already have my puppies. So once you pick up your puppy, or once a puppy is delivered to you, then you can ask to join that. But if you haven't picked up a puppy from us, we don't add you just yet.
I have another question.
Okay.
Do you have a waiting list for retired adults?
We don't. So we've been asked that a few times too, with regards to anybody that we're retiring. We don't keep a running list because it's not like it's all the time that we do have those dogs. So if we were to retire anybody, it would go to our waiting list first. So we would let our waiting list know, and then if nobody on the list was interested because they all wanted a puppy, then we would post it on our Facebook group. And so we have two Facebooks. We have just our general Kika's Klee Kai Facebook, which is where we post usually whatever's on Instagram is also on there, and then any YouTube stuff. And then we have our private group. So it would be on our Facebook group that's public.
Thank you, Liz. We got a hamburger.
Thank you, Liz. Ooh, that means it's dinner time. Yeah, so any questions?
No.
Awesome. Did you guys enjoy tonight? Hopefully you guys learned something. Hopefully like just the experience with talking to Tom and to Jen and their families and seeing their dogs really like helped ease your guys' mind if you're new to our list, or maybe even considering getting on our list, or even somebody else's list but interested in a Klee Kai and what to expect. So hopefully you guys all appreciated that and learned something. And I
have one more question. Do you keep any adults after they retire?
Yes, yeah, for sure. So yeah, I mean, it gets hard because you get attached and they do become family members, but at the same time, we are almost every year keeping, retiring, adding, and so things keep changing. And with all of that, we're only one family, we're only one home. Like we don't have enough time, space, energy to have all of the dogs always here. So it makes more sense when we do retire, if we can part with them, to let them have a happy life outside of our home with somebody who's going to enjoy them and appreciate them as much as we do. So yeah, it's hard though.
Catherine said that she would love to see other families and hear about their experiences too.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I guess we could do it again.
And Liz said, now you know where my head is at, LOL.
Burgers, yeah.
Definitely learned a lot. Thanks, guys.
Yay. Okay.
Oh, are you going to retire any soon?
Yes. So we will be retiring Keanu soon. I was hoping to breed him and get a replacement before I did that. So we'll see what happens with this little boy. But I was originally thinking by the end of the year I would retire him because we didn't think that Jazz conceived. So we'll see what happens. If he does well, then we'll go ahead and retire him before the end of the year. Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm expecting to see a whole bunch of emails because I know all of you guys are asking about shirts and masks and coasters and stickers and all kinds of fun stuff. So please do me a favor, send us an email, and then once we get
thumbs up,
give us a thumbs up. Once we get everything on the website, we'll let you know. But you guys can check out a few things that are on there now. We just haven't announced it because it's not complete, and I like to have it complete before I announce it. But it's fine if you guys want to go check it out. If we are good, then I know people are dying to see the other dogs. So how much time? Do I have time to go
3
grab?
minutes.
Oh, I was gonna go grab the puppies. Oh well, you guys have to wait till next week. I guess we'll just wait it out then, because by the time I moved them and got the puppies, it would be over. So I think that we're good. We'll call it a night.
Yeah, everybody's saying goodnight and thank you, and here's our
Yeah. All right.
thank you.
I gotta do my normal thing. Get my puppies over there. Which ones we should get? Which ones? Huh? Alexis's favorite one. Did I wake you? Did I wake you? Did I wake you? Don't pee. I was waiting for him to pee. Oh, somebody's tired. Can they see how they're sleeping? Look at this little black girl. She's a doll. Look at you. Good job. All right. Whee.
That's keeping up with the Klee Kai.
That is keeping up with the Klee Kai. I know. I need to come up with a saying. You guys need to help me figure out like what to say.
Oh, that was perfect.
Aw, that was a good boy. He's tired. All right. Are we ready?
Yep.
All right. Hopefully they're focusing.
Yep.
All right. Cool. Ready? Set. All right, guys. Until next time, thank you for joining us. Bye.